Drum roll. Setting up your webinar for YouTube Live. Hello, hi Gideon. Nice to see you. Gideon Solomon, nice to see you. We have a lot of people in the room today. I can't really go over everybody's name. So somebody, there are a couple of people that I kind of know from before. I think Vinny always attends all my webinars. Who else is here? Who else can I remember their name now? I think it's a lot of new people here, actually. It's not the normal people who always come for my webinars. All right, good. So guys, we're streaming live on YouTube as well. Yes, so let's kick this off today. So guys, I'd like to officially welcome you guys to today's segment of my bi-weekly webinars. Now, I used to do webinars every single week in 2020 and leading up to 2021. However, I kind of replaced my webinars with Trader Talk Tuesdays because I just kind of felt like I was almost repeating myself over and over and over and over again. And, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do webinars once a month so that anytime I come on here, I'm coming on here to share with you guys as much value as possible, okay? So that's exactly why my webinars are going to be first Sunday of every month. First Sunday of every month. Why? Because I feel like because we're going into a new month, it's best for us to kind of like prepare ourselves ahead of time so that we know what exactly we're going to be facing, how best to tackle the month ahead, and, if there are possible trading opportunities we can take advantage of, let's discuss it at least, a month in advance. So today is the first Sunday. Today is actually the 4th of July. 4th of July is something in the US. 4th of July, isn't that Independence Day? I think it's Independence Day in the US. What's my friend from New York? Barbara, isn't today Independence Day, I think? 4th of July. Something's about 4th of July. I can't remember. Yes, Independence. All right, cool. Yeah, definitely. So happy 4th of July to all of you guys watching from the US. I know what this means to you guys. You guys are very proud of your country. Happy Independence Day to the United States of America. I feel that's the greatest country ever. Aside from Nigeria, obviously. I'm joking. Anyway, so my webinars have been pushed to once a month. First Sunday of every month, I'm going to be hopping on here to speak to you guys and basically share my thoughts with you guys as to what I'm going to be looking at for the month ahead. Now, today we're going to be talking about the ultimate Forex trading strategy. Now, all of you guys are all Forex traders, right? Every single one of you has your own individual style as to how you like to trade Forex, especially for those of you guys who are just meeting me for the first time. And when I mean meeting me, stumbling across my content for the first time, watching my YouTube videos, or seeing my ad for the first time. A lot of you guys have, different strategies. Some of them don't work. Most of them don't work. Some of them work. So you guys are basically here to find out what is the most realistic way to be trading Forex. Now, I'm not here to bash anybody's strategy, okay? I'm not here to, let me just move back a little bit. I'm not here to condemn anybody's strategy or tell you this strategy is better than this strategy. I'm here for us to both strategize and understand what is the best and most realistic approach to extracting consistent profits from the Forex market. That's exactly why we're here. There are a ton of YouTubers, a ton of people who are dropping videos here and there. I see academies springing up, right? There's a lot of information in Forex. In fact, there are thousands of strategies out there. Personally, I remember when I started trading the Forex market, I was 17 at the time. Man, on my computer at the time, I mean, this is like the 100th time I'm telling you guys the story, but hey, on my computer at the time, I had a folder of so many strategies. I literally have a folder till now of like 600 different indicators. For those of you guys who saw my ad, and you probably heard me saying something about indicators don't work, I have a folder, I've tested 700 indicators. That's actually true. It's true. That's how dedicated I am, passionate I am about this market. Okay. As a young kid, I had nothing else to do. I was grinding in my little laptop in my little room, testing this indicator, testing that one. If this one crosses over, maybe the MACD, stochastics, RSI, Bollinger Bands, all that kind of bullshit, right? I was testing everything. Long story short, everything blew my account. Okay, everything blew my account. I was like, yo, what exactly what exactly is going on in this place, man? Is it that I'm not smart enough? What's happening? Tested all these indicators. I even contacted a lot of people on Instagram. 2011, 2012, Instagram had just become, a lot of you guys didn't know about Instagram till 2016, 2015, 16. I was on Instagram even when I didn't even have an iPhone. I used to borrow my auntie's iPad to check on Instagram. I used to see traders then, Malaysian traders, guys. There was this Malaysian group called RCFX. Bruh, every time on their Instagram, they were posting cars. Guys, my freaking shirt's strangling my muscles. What the hell is this? God damn, shouldn't have worn this shirt. Excuse me, guys. I'm having a wardrobe malfunction. All right, I think I'm good now. So there was this group in Malaysia that used to post cars, screenshots of their profits, everything. I begged them, please send me strategy. One guy really liked me, he sent me indicator bit. I would use the same indicators, same strategy that these guys were using. I wouldn't be profitable, but they were profitable. They were buying cars. I was blowing accounts. I was wondering why. I thought like maybe I wasn't doing something right. Fast forward so many years later, the company is no more. Like those guys have moved on to do different things. It was later I realized that this strategy was, they were also sending out signals as well. It was later that I found out that indicator-based strategies just don't work in the Forex market. Trust me, guys, I've tested moving average crossovers. I've tested signal providers. I've tested MACD, RSI. I've combined five, like I've decided one time, you just decide, okay, I'm only going to trade 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm only going to trade GBP USD. Okay, I'm only going to trade this. Okay, I'll only trade by 9 o'clock. Okay. This time around, I swear, I'm only going to trade this pattern. And if rubbish, never worked out. So it was, as time went on, I was fortunate enough to meet a mentor of mine who we're still very close, and who I'm still very close friends with today. And he was kind of the one that kind of showed me the way. The rest of it I had to discover for myself. Okay, so when it comes to so as time went on and I started to get a hang of trading, I then realized, listen, this is very crucial. I then realized that having a Forex strategy is only one piece of the equation. Guys, we will get to the charts, don't worry. I'll give you some analysis. I have luckily for you guys, we got some trades cooking, right? We got some trades in the oven cooking. Don't worry, it's Independence Day. 4th of July, Americans, what do you guys, is it today you guys have like turkey and shit? No, that's Thanksgiving. What do you guys do 4th of July? Just fireworks. Where's Barbara? Barbara's from New York. She knows this shit. Nah, Barbara's. I think she probably timed out. Americans. Well, the Americans. What do you guys do 4th of July? Yes, just fireworks. Okay. And then I think Thanksgiving is when the turkey comes out. Oof. Just fireworks, nothing special. All right, cool. I forgot what I was saying now. So I then realized that, listen, okay, strategy, having a Forex strategy in quote, is only one little piece of the Forex equation. The problem with strategies is this. Strategies only tell you when to enter, when to come out, because your strategy, for instance, let's use my favorite strategy. Oh my God, I feel like crying right now. My favorite strategy when I was started off trading was the moving average crossover. I would use the 10 exponential moving average and the 100, these two moving averages, because the 10 is very close to the market and then the 100 is very delayed. So what it was if the 10 crosses the 200, so this is the 200, 200 usually like coming like at the, so if the 10 crosses the 200 down, it meant that the trend was about to change down. It was time for me to start selling, and if it came back up, it was time to start buying. But after some time, I just wasn't consistently profitable. I was like, what the hell is going on? What the guan, the bombo is going on in this place? Losing money and all these things. I was like, mate. So the thing about that strategy is it was just only telling me when to get in. It was only telling me when to get out. That might seem like all you need to know, but that's very far from the truth. Excuse me, guys. I don't know who this is. Hold on one sec, guys. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I know we have 83 people here. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, sorry about that. Somebody buzzed my flat and I was like, what the hell is this? It's 9:20 in Dubai. I don't know who the hell that is. He was like, hello, did you order some water? I'm like, no, nigga, I didn't order no water. I got water right next to me. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So your strategy tells you when to enter and when to take. If you can hear me and see me, kindly type Y in the question box. I'm sorry for that breakdown in transmission. If you can hear me and see me, kindly type Y in the question box. All right, cool. So let me carry on. So the strategy was only telling me when to enter and when to come out. At the time, I thought that was everything that I needed to know. But sometimes when the strategy crosses down, I noticed that the strategy will also cross back up right again. I was like, oh, I'm just not getting it right. Anyways, I then found out that strategies, to summarize all of this, strategies are there to help you enter and exit. Trade execution on the left-hand side. You need to know, and this is the most crucial part of things, you need to know where the market is going to in the first place before you even decide to start clicking buttons. First things first, trading is broken down into two segments. There's the market analysis. First things first, market analysis first. And then whatever strategy it is that you're comfortable with, you're free to use it. The honest truth is, there was a time I had this student who he was on a one-to-one coaching with me. And, I can see a lot of brand new people in the room at the moment. Give me a sec, guys. Let me make sure that everybody's in the Telegram group. Give me a sec. Let me make sure everybody joins the Telegram group. Give me a second, people. Let me copy link. That's copied. And let's make sure everybody is here. Good. So guys, if you're not in the Telegram group, I suggest you do that right about now, because on the Telegram group is where all the students from the Forex Mastery course share ideas. And, I get to participate there as well. And if you ever wanted the Forex Mastery course, that's the best place to get it from, because Willis University representatives are going to be on there as well. So it wasn't until later I now realized, like, yo, listen, I need to be able to identify where this market is going to in the first place, because There was a student of mine, he had this strategy he was using, and I really liked the strategy, but he was failing with the strategy. I'm like, so I took the strategy together with the knowledge I already have on Forex, and I was very or extremely profitable with the strategy. So I decided to look at his trades, and I want you guys to listen to this. Maybe this will also help you guys as to why you're not exactly consistently profitable. And then I looked at the whole thing and I was like, why is this guy not profitable with the strategy? That's exactly when it dawned on me. Like, the guy was just entering and exiting blindly. I'll give you an example. The overall flow of the market can be bullish. I'll give you an example. Euro at the moment looks like he wants to drop off a freaking cliff, right? I can see that from a higher time frame perspective. But if you scale down to the time frame that he likes to trade on, which is usually the 30 minutes, the scalpers, a lot of scalpers, a lot of intraday traders. If you scale down to the time frame that he likes to use his strategy on, I can see an entire bearish move to the downside. But because he's so zoomed in to only this is the entire move, like the entire chart. But when you go to lower time frame, it literally zooms in. So you can only see this. You can only see this. And once you can only see this within this very short time frame, that strategy can provide you a buy signal, whereas the overall guy is heavily short. In a very short period of time, the strategy can tell you it is time to buy. So what now happens is there's a conflict, because the overall time frame where the big boys, the investment banks, the people who move the market, the investment banks and the hedge funds, where they go to trade is a higher time frame. Don't get it twisted. Only robots and algorithms trade on lower time frames. The guys who actually move the market, who actually decide where the next level target is going to be, they do that on very high time frames. So these guys are saying the euro is entirely bearish, but this your very crooked strategy is telling you it might not even be crooked. It might be a highly profitable strategy. It might be a highly profitable strategy, right? It's telling you to buy in a very short period of time. So you go ahead and buy, and then you get into the buy trade. And as you get into the buy trade, you start to realize that the market starts to go in almost immediately against you. Why does this happen? Because the overall time frame is selling, but your strategy, just because it is so myopic to that very small time frame, it has showed you a buy opportunity, and you're saying to yourself, I trust my strategy. I've back tested it. I know people, they back test they'll back test back. Somebody told me, how can I back test your strategy? I said, first of all, I don't have a strategy for you to back test. I don't believe in back test. I back tested. I have an app on MT4 that back tests for you. Because when you're back testing simply means whereby you go back in time. So you have a strategy. Let's say you have this strategy. Let's say you have this strategy, right? And then the strategy has its rules of engagement, usually 2 or 3 indicators. If this happens, do this. So backtesting simply means that you go back in time to check if every time the strategy told you to buy, it worked out, and if every time the strategy told you to sell, it worked out. Basically to check if the strategy has been profitable historically. Now, when you backtest most strategies, we're human beings, we always like to omit certain things. We'll say, yes, the strategy, and when we backtest, everything just seems right and seems nice. I backtested dozens of strategies, and at the end of the day, anytime I use them in real time, it always failed me. What do we do about this situation? The answer is very simple. Like I said earlier, I want you guys to be able to divide your trading into 2 segments. The first segment should be market analysis, which I'm going to show you guys kind of like how I analyze the market, okay? And then Once you're done with your market analysis, you are free to now scale down to a time frame of preference and then trade in the same direction that the higher time frame told you to trade in. I'll take that again. Look at yourself as an investigative trader. First things first, you want to investigate what exactly is happening on the higher time frame, because the higher time frame is like Google Maps. Just imagine somebody who's using Google. Where are people in America? Guys, you know America is, I don't know why I keep talking about America today, maybe because it's the 4th of July. Guys, you know America is so big. So imagine I'm trying to drive from the East Coast to the West Coast. If that's even possible, I doubt it. Probably take you 7 hours. Just imagine if you're trying to drive from, I don't know, for those of you guys who live in, the guy who lives in Texas. So imagine if you're trying to drive from Houston to Corpus Christi, okay? Or from Houston to Dallas or Austin, one of them places. And then there's this guy who is driving without the Google Maps. And then there's the other guy who's driving with Google Maps. Who do you think is going to get there faster? Of course, the guy with Google Maps. Who do you think is even going to arrive at his destination? The guy with Google Maps. So this is the essence of higher time frames, because once you plot your key levels on higher time frames and you understand what exactly is happening on the higher time frame, you can see, all right, that's the next resistance for the euro. All right, cool. That's 1,000 pips away. All right, cool. Okay, that's one. All right. So I know where this market is going. Then you can come to your 1 hour and then use that strategy and then look for a buy opportunity to get into the market so that you can use your strategy on a lower time frame to catch that entire 1,000 pip move. This is exactly what I keep preaching, okay? Let me just make sure everybody has joined the Telegram group. So we got 95 people in the room today. Woo! Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Fantastic. Good to have you guys on the call today. I've got a couple of people in the room, to be honest. We got quite a number of people. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. Let me just make sure we've had, all right, cool. I can see a lot of people join the Telegram. If you haven't joined the Telegram group, the link is here. I'm just going to post the link again. Ensure to join it so that you can get the best out of this, out of Dapper with this. All right, fantastic. So that's pretty much it, guys. As far as I'm concerned, that's the ultimate trading strategy. Your ability to combine lower time frame entry strategies with higher time frame analysis. So let's jump onto the charts and actually try and see how we can actualize what exactly it is we're talking about, right? So let me just drink some water. Well, all the Forex Mastery students, hope you guys are here. Good to have you guys here. Before I jump onto the charts, I want to say a special shout out to all the Forex Mastery students here. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I'm already starting to see screenshots. I'm already starting to see results. Testimonials are coming in fast. I am happy. I'm super proud of you guys. First of all, for investing in yourself educationally, and for actually listening to everything that I taught you guys on the course and implementing them. This game is all about patience. First of all, knowing what the market is going to do, and then trusting what you already know and following through with it. I'm seeing you guys placing trades and holding them for significant amount of times. I'm seeing you guys recover from losses. I am entirely and totally proud of you guys. I think I can see a couple of you guys here today. So shout out to you if you're on the Forex Mastery Program. I love you guys very much. That course, you know, I just kept getting a lot of questions, and I was tired of like having to teach people individually. I'm like, you know what, let's just put together the Forex Mastery course. And so far, so good. That has been my best body of work. So I hope you guys absolutely did enjoy the program. So let's jump into the chart and see what Guan today. Let us start off with this bad boy. Trying to film a piece some gonna be so bad, Goody. I hope you guys can see my screen very nicely and clearly. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and delete some things like these trend lines because they're absolutely giving me a headache. You guys know I like to see clean charts. So we're gonna quickly do a quick analysis on AUD USD. And then we're gonna now see how we can profit from a higher time frame move, okay? Let's do a quick example and then I'm gonna do some other analysis as well. So guys, just looking at AUD USD at the moment, I'm not gonna go ahead and start plotting new level. I'm showing you guys, teaching you guys how to plot levels because I already teach this on the Forex Mastery program. So if you wanna learn how to plot the levels like I do, guys, I keep hearing people talk about order blocks, supply and demand zones. All that's bullshit. It's nothing but dynamic areas of support and resistance. That's what it is. Nothing more than that. Okay, dynamic areas of what support and resistance, and you don't need any indicators to plot this. Once you know how to plot this, it literally takes me, I don't know what, 30 seconds to plot these levels. It doesn't take me that much. And they're super reliable. So the first thing we're going to do is for AUD USD, we're going to come on the monthly time frame to just basically get a gist of what exactly is happening. So if I look left, I can see sideways collapse, sideways collapse, sideways collapse. And then what has happened is so simple. This market was supposed to come in here and fall down again to continue its trend. I'll take that again. Sideways collapse, sideways collapse. So this is basically a downtrend, yeah? I took advantage of this downtrend somewhere all the way down here. I actually shorted this market inside of here, but that was a long time ago. The most recent one that you can verify on my YouTube channel actually is sometime in, yeah, it was sometime around here. It was about December 2019. Yes. So we caught this entire almost over a thousand pip move all the way to the downside. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. Okay. So I was expecting the market to come in here. Okay, come in here and collapse all the way to the downside. That would have meant that this downtrend should have continued because this is a high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high was supposed to complete here so that we can come and form another lower low. Actually, I had another level somewhere down here for a lower low level to continue to the downside. I'll just, my laptop is making a funny sound. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Guys, are you guys with me? Can I, if you want me to continue, just type carry on. Just want to make sure you guys are not sleeping. The room is already almost packed. There's 97 people. Let me go to my YouTube channel and see if we have questions from the YouTube channel. Carry on, fantastic. All right, cool. So I can see everybody from the YouTube channel. I can see somebody's asking me if I'm in Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria. Don from Uganda, we're watching you live. Fantastic. Stanley Uche Kalu, fantastic. Carry on. Okay, fantastic. We got 24 people on the YouTube channel. Good to have you guys. Fantastic. This is absolutely great. I think you guys you want the Telegram link. I think you guys want the Telegram link. Ooh, I'm struggling to paste the link. Give me a sec, guys. Let me post the link for these guys before we carry on to some market analysis. Copy that. Great. So YouTube, you guys have the Telegram link right there. Zoom, you guys have the Telegram link right about here. And everybody's telling me to carry on. All right, fantastic. So the ideology behind how do you use psychological levels? So I'm going to show you guys how to leave all these fancy terms. Psychological levels did nothing but support and resistance, and they're so straightforward, right? Forex Mastery students, chapter 4 teaches you how to plot these levels. Please, you guys already know how to do this. It's so simple and straightforward. All right, cool. So back to what I was saying. Now, I was expecting the AUD USD to roll over for further downside all the way down here. That did not happen. And then I started to see the market just jump back up, like it jumped back up. I'm like, all right, cool, let's watch what's going to happen. So the market actually came into trend line resistance somewhere about here. We came into trend line resistance somewhere about here. And once we hit trend line resistance, I'm like, all right, cool, maybe it's time for us to start heading lower. That did not happen. Now, guys, notice that I'm doing this analysis on a monthly time frame. Monthly time frame. Why am I doing this on a monthly time frame? Because I'll get to that shortly. Let me finish what I'm saying before I start digressing. So we've hit this level about here. I'm expecting the market to come lower. That didn't happen. The market came up, violated this immediate resistance level, which had been capping it for a while, came, monthly candle closed above. I still wasn't convinced. We closed one, closed twice. It wasn't until this market came back and pulled back and tested this level, just came back and it was looking like this level was now a floor. And then the market started pointing to the upside. Now, once you see this kind of movement on the monthly time frame, now you're setting that the bearish trend is over. It is time to start buying. All the time that this market started pushing all the way to the upside, as long as we were underneath this trend line, I was not interested, because as far as I'm concerned, anything underneath this trend line is bearish. Yes, we can have what they call pullbacks, but I'm the kind of person who likes to go with the flow of the trend, because the flow of the trend equals to the flow of the river. Just imagine you're trying to swim against the flow of a river. You're most likely going to get crushed. I don't like that. I like the trend to push my trade with it so that I stress less. So we came all the way to the upside. We tested this level, formed a base, and we started pointing to the upside like this. Okay, so it was after I saw this pattern that I was like, okay, now we can scale to lower time frames and look for buying opportunities. And just by looking at the monthly time frame, I could tell straight away that if I bought somewhere, because this is a monthly candle, it's 30 days worth of trading. So best believe there was a lower time frame setup that occurred within this candle, and we took advantage of it. Once I got into this trade for a very small stop loss, because don't forget, once you're using strategies on lower time, there you go. Strategies give you, because strategies are programmed, they tell you where to place your stop loss. And because you're executing on a lower time frame, your stop loss isn't going to be so wide. I'll give you an example. If you're executing on a 1 hour time frame, your stop loss is roughly going to be about 40 to 50 pips. However, because I've been able to anticipate this move on a monthly time frame, I have executed that trade for a 50 pip stop loss, but my overall take profit is almost 1,000 pips away. So this is exactly how you use your strategy to execute and then hold on to the trade and ride into the higher time frame, into the next major market resistance or support, whichever the case may be. You might call it psychological levels, demand or supply, round, whatever it is you want to call it. I just call it what it is, simply support and resistance levels, okay? So that's pretty much it. So once we ran into this level, I was long somewhere about here. I also saw another trading opportunity, I think somewhere around here. We shot this market all the way to the upside. Check my YouTube channel for verification. Everything is there. I called the trades live. And then we came here. Whilst we were here, guys, I already knew we were going to come here. Like I was 96 99.78910% sure we were going to come here. Why? Because it was an absolute no-brainer. The market loves to move from major level to major level. This is exactly how the market works. From key zone to key zone, from major level to major level. That's exactly how we roll. So now that we've come to hit this major level right about so, okay, historical, that's in the past. I don't need this trend line anymore. So moving forward, what exactly is going to happen to AUD USD? Now, AUD USD broke structure quite all right. We kind of like wanted to reverse in trend, but we're capped by this resistance level about here. Now, for the fact that we're capped at this resistance right about here, if I zoom out just by looking at this, I can envision something. I can envision something like this. I can envision that this market wants to come and form a right shoulder to complement its left shoulder for, I don't know, maybe further, maybe for further downside or reversal to the upside. I don't know. I don't care. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. My own interest at the moment is the fact that we've hit this resistance right about here, and it kind of looks like AUD USD wants to turn around. Also, when I came and drew, so now there are two trend lines. There's the inner trend line and there's the outer trend line. That looks horrible. Give me a sec, guys. I'll join my 2 points together. So it's looking a bit like this. Okay. So when I draw my, like you can see, I'm connecting the outermost point. I'm not drawing my trend line too close. Forex mastery students, please remember, we don't draw our trend lines too close to the market. We draw it on the wicks of the candle. Okay, on what the wicks of what the candle. So from what I can see, there's an overall downward trend line that is still capping this guy. In addition to this, our major resistance, and from experience, I can tell that this market wants to pull back into this support level to at least test the left-hand side of, to test the right-hand side of this left shoulder. So all we're trying to do here is we're trying to investigate what exactly is AUD USD doing? What do we feel is going to do? And yeah, we just want to see what the big boy is saying. This is our Google Maps. And from what I can see, our Google Maps is kind of telling us, indicating that AUD USD might be likely to head south. So once the monthly time frame can tell us, or once the monthly time frame has pretty much told us that the market wants to head south, only now, and we have that in our hands. Sorry, let me check. 94 people. Now that we have the fact that the market wants to head south in our hands, so we have a bias, we have a direction, okay? Don't forget, I said market trading is broken down into two segments: market analysis and trade execution. Market analysis is done. This market, most likely, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Why? Because this is kind of like a reversal. It's not flowing. I'll say 8 out of 10, we're most likely going to reverse. So now that we have probabilities, we have the probability favoring the downside, we're pretty much done with our work on the monthly time frame. Okay, the monthly time frame, the Google Maps has told us that we want to go from Houston to what? Corpus Christi. From Houston, I know my guy lives in Texas, you understand. From Houston to Corpus Christi, from Lagos to Port Harcourt, from Abuja to Lagos, whichever the case may be, he wants to leave his train station, bus station, wherever the case may be, and he wants to head to the next station, okay? So now that we've been able to identify that, okay, and another thing that I'm seeing on the monthly time frame, guys, all I'm doing here is I'm just looking out for clues. I can see that we have a bearish engulfing candle that has engulfed pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 months of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 months of indecision has been engulfed by this bearish engulfing monthly candle, which was for June, July, yeah, June. Okay, so the June candle has pretty much given me commitment. So what I can see in hindsight here is we've bounced off of here. It wasn't sure, now it's sure, and it's pointing to the downside. So let's go and see on the daily time frame. Let's now scale down to lower time frames to see exactly how we can take advantage of what the monthly time frame has told us. Somebody is saying, so if you want to speak to me directly, I'm available on the Telegram group once in a while. Send me a message there. You can text me there. Don't forget there are over 1,500 people on the group. It's a lot sometimes. So if you want to say anything to me, make it short, make it concise, bam, and let's go, okay? Let me see if we have any chats here. All right, cool. So now that we're done with that, so the monthly time frame has told us, guys, you can see on the monthly time frame, it looks so small, but look on the daily time frame, everything is looking so big. It's a lot. This is what time frames do. It condenses, compresses time. So imagine going on that monthly time frame is showing us everything, and then that your little 1 hour time frame is just showing you a little bit of this, just a little bit. A little tiny bit. You can't see shit, okay? You have to come out and see, okay, this is exactly what's happening. So AUD USD, from what we can see, we know somewhere in our hearts is bearish, okay? When I come on the daily time frame, I can now start looking for clues that will align with what we saw on the monthly time frame. So just by looking at the daily time frame, I can see that we have put in a head and shoulder, a very clear head and shoulder, okay? Very clear what head and shoulder. Left shoulder, head, both these guys can pass forward a right shoulder. Now, head and shoulders are reversal patterns. So on the daily time frame, from what I can see, this market just ran up into this major resistance. Once we got to a major resistance, once we get into a major level and the market wants to turn around, the market just doesn't. A lot of you guys will draw your trend lines and stuff and say, okay, change in trend. No. The market just doesn't change its trend. It will tell you. How does the market tell you? You have to find out the Forex Mastery course. Go to you guys there. Anyways, I'll save the. I can't share everything on here because my students are going to kill me. My students are going to kill me if I share everything here. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but that's fine. Guys, if you want to know more about this, grab the Forex Mastery program and teach you. But anyways, let's see if I can share some more free shit with you guys. Anyways, so Forex Mastery students, chapter 6 talks about trend reversals. Watch it again. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. You will understand exactly what's happening right about now. Anyways, so, and as you can see, this market is pretty much hanging on for dear life. Okay, the reversal has occurred. We've broken the neckline, and this market is pretty much hanging on for dear life about here. Guys, look at, we have all this space, because the monthly time frame told us all this space we have all this room. Now, for the fact that we have all this room, you can then scale to an even lower time frame. And look, you have selling opportunities, okay? You have selling opportunities all the way to the downside. Now, personally, I have executed my trade somewhere inside of here. I'll tell you how I executed my trade. Can I really share that? That would mean sharing my strategy. Students are going to kill me again. Anyways, I'm short somewhere about here. I'm expecting a rollover all the way to the downside. At the moment, my stop losses have been moved back to break even. I'm going to be holding on to this bad boy for a while. But what I feel might happen is this. Because of the fact, so this is what usually happens on lower time frames, right? Lower time frames are where intraday traders come to gamble. And for the fact that they always come to gamble on lower time frames, it's very, 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 give me a sec. It's very, very what? See, I forgot what I was about to say. Guys, I forgot what I was about to say. Give me a sec. Let me drink water. I remember. It is very natural to see snapbacks. Okay, snapbacks. But eventually, the market rolls over. So where traders can't stomach, I'll give you an example, guys. You see the way this market has taken off like this. There are some strategies that have some traders are long. They've bought this market because their strategy has told them to buy. But you and I have analyzed this from a higher time frame perspective, and we can see every indicator and indication of bearish momentum. But there are people that are still buying this. Okay, so why are they buying this? Because they've only been able to look. This is a 1 hour time frame. And this is all they can see. Imagine this is the only thing you can see. Only this. We will zoom out maybe a bit more. And they're only trading based on this. Only trading based on this. This is all they can see. Okay? It's everything they can see is just this. This is even a 4 hour. If I came on the 1 hour, it'd be worse. Look, some people, this is all this is all they can see. They can just only see this. Okay, and then they start drawing, okay, this is my trend line like this. Okay, and this is my support like. And when you start doing stuff like this, you're a lot more like you're prone to fake outs because algorithms come on lower time frames to play on, play their intraday in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, right? But if you're a higher time frame trader, you already know that this pullback is just noise. It's just noise, nothing but noise. Because if I come on the daily time frame, right, I can see a full breakout retest, and this market is most likely going to roll over to the downside. But on a 1 hour time frame, because of how heavy the momentum is on a lower time frame, you guys are not going to think, okay, it's time to start buying. But guys, looking at the overall time frame, look at all this juice waiting to be juiced out to the downside. Look at all this space to the downside. Look at all this amazingness to the downside. I'm not here to say that my approach is gospel and it's the best in the world, but it's just logical, guys. It's just common sense. Okay? Does it work all the time? It works 9 out of 10 times. It does. Except the market has other plans. And then if it has other plans, that's fine. We allow the market do what it has to do. And then whenever the market is ready, we come back and recalibrate and reanalyze the market. And then we hop in for a winning trade. But 9 out of 10 times, it will save you from all these little gimmicks, all this little here and there, chit chat, chat, chat. You don't need all that, guys. Analyze from higher time frames and execute on lower time frames. So I've actually executed my trade on the 4 hour time frame somewhere inside of here. I'll be holding on to this trade in the event that this market comes to stop me out for break even, because right now my stop losses are break even. I will be looking for yet another selling opportunity somewhere around here, because I know for certain the monthly time frame has told me, you know how Christians, you know how Christians, I'm a Christian by the way, but you know how Christians talk. Jesus has told me, he has told me that it is meant for me and it is going to work out. Jesus spoke to me in the dream. I know for sure. Exactly. That's exactly what the higher time frame is to trading Forex. And that's it. So once you can identify where the market is going to on higher time frames, and guys, I teach this and more in depth on the Forex Mastery program. So if you haven't gotten it, I highly suggest you do so. Joseph from Willis University is going to be on the Telegram group to help you out if you want to grab it. It's 99 bucks. It will save you a lot of, even if you don't make millions of dollars, it will at least help you stop losing a lot of money. Because I know a lot of traders are losing a shitload of money. I know that because I see the messages people send me on Telegram and tell me, oh, sir, oh my goodness, you know, I just blew. Oh my God, I was having a conversation with a guy today, this morning. Like he literally woke me up from sleep. He's probably on the webinar. And he told me one guy got arrested for losing 400 million naira. 400 million naira is about $1 million, 470. Just under, the guy lost $1 million and he's gotten arrested. Yeah, when I heard that story, it reminds me, one other guy messaged me like 2 months ago. So, oh my God, I lost 40 million naira. 40 million naira again, then against like $100,000. I lost 40 million. I'm like, who is giving all the? And you know what happened? I looked at his Telegram profile picture. I zoomed in. I'm like, this guy looks so freaking frail. Like, who is giving people this? Who in their right senses is giving this kind of people money? Guys, people are blowing money in Forex every single day, blowing a lot of money. And I said to myself, something needs to be done about this. The fact that people are always preaching scalping, this, that, it's not helping people. They're frying their accounts and messing them up. The only people who are winning in the Forex market right now are brokers. These are the only people winning because everybody seems to be blowing their account, and that needs to stop. The only way you can stop the bleeding is you need to have this approach. It would ensure that you trade less and trade more strategically. Very, very vital. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say, for hindsight, this trade doesn't work out. I'm just saying to you guys, let's say I've got into this trade. I've taken out 50% of my position about here. This market seems like it wants to, I don't know what's going to do, but that's fine. Let's say it stops us out for break even. If it stops us out for break even, that's absolutely fine. So what I've done here is I've taken out 50% of my position. So what does this mean? So I have about 13.6 lots open on the. I had 13.6 lots open on this. Good. I have closed out about 7 lots, and I've moved my stop losses to break even. So regardless of whatever this market does, I have banked some money. So even if we go and this market stops us out, that's fine. All I need to do is I would wait and look for another selling opportunity within this zone, okay? As long as we sustain below this black line about here. Why am I saying that? It's common sense. Go to a higher time frame. It is freaking, this is a neckline. This is a neck. If we jump above here, then all this is invalid. We're going back up here. But guys, it's so simple. As long as we can sustain below this level, you see, you have to use price action philosophies to back up your trading decision. This is a head and shoulder, a neckline. We have broken the neckline. As long as we sustain below the neckline, this market is bearish. If we come and pop above, then the rules, the bias, the trend, whatever has changed is invalid. But right now, we're pretty much valid because we've broken it. Not only have we broken it, we've tested it, and we're facing down monthly. Last week's monthly candle is bearish engulfing down to the downside. Monthly trend line has been touched. Major resistance has been hit. Everything is pointing down. All I'm doing is I am building a case for my trading decision. Don't just stick to that strategy that is showing you like this for your buy and for reasons to. Guys, I don't know if I'm making any sense to you guys. Yes, communicate with me, man. Guys, are you guys with me? If you're with me, just because I want to make sure you guys are understanding what I'm saying, okay? I just want to make sure you guys are exactly. Don't just rely on that lower time frame strategy like this to hop into the market. You know, it's like gambling. The odds are against you. The odds are now in the favor of the guy, the market, and the guy on the opposite side. There's a very thin line between trading and gambling. Okay? It is stacking the probabilities in your favor. When you're gambling in the casino, it's 51 to 49. 51% in the casino, 49 in the player, meaning that over a period of 10 games, the casino is going to win 6 times, you're going to win 4 times, meaning that you're only going to win 4 and lose 6. So if you play 10 games, casino wins 6, you win 4. At the end of the day, if they average it out, the casino makes money on you. So that's why they keep getting you to keep playing and playing and playing. But when it comes to trading, you can flip the odds in your favor by having what they call a top-down approach. Don't do this, do this. Okay? Don't do this, do this. Have this approach. Stop using all these strategies to get into the market and you'll be good. Anyways, guys, let me quickly rush through some analysis because I need to go get something to eat. I'm starving, okay? So AUD USD in a nutshell, this is what I feel is going to happen, right? So all the indicators are pointing to the downside. I don't know if this market might want to push to the upside. However, I'm 80% bearish. Why? Major resistance. I feel we want to come in here and test this level. Monthly candle from last month ended as a bearish engulfing monthly to the downside. There's also a monthly trend line stringing to the downside. So all the indicators are pointing to the downside. So I'm going to go with what the evidence, the clear evidence the market is giving to me. I'm short at the moment. Guys, look for selling opportunities. If we can rally back into here, look for selling opportunities to the downside. If the market doesn't eventually get here, allow the market. You see, the market would not just fall. It would drift and drift and drift and come up and come down and go up. You would find selling opportunities. Do not worry. I will be updating you guys on the Trader Talk Tuesdays. I'm going to be back now. We have trading opportunities. But yes, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you guys an example of how to go from higher time frame and then execute on lower time frame. Let's go over to GBP USD. Do I want to see what? Yeah, GBP USD is annoying me. The euro. The euro. So what exactly is happening on the euro? It's an absolute no-brainer. I'm sure you guys can already see what's happening. I can see a double top. Now, the euro, I was expecting the euro to rally all the way to the upside. However, it broke my heart. That's absolutely fine. We have to move on. Guys, another thing that you will learn from the Forex Mastery course is not just looking for trading opportunities, is how to move on when you're wrong. How do you move on when you're wrong? I remember since about February, we've been trying to go long on the euro. For every time we've been trying to go long on the euro, and I'm going to be very transparent here with you guys because I have all my records live on my YouTube channel. You can watch them, you can see them. We've been trying to go long for the longest on euro, trying to push it. I was expecting this market to head at least for one more leg to the upside. That didn't happen. And then eventually the market came to tell me that, yo, listen, Daps, I don't want to go up, man. I don't want to go up. I want to go down. I'm like, all right, cool. If you want to go down, tell me. And the market came in and put in Forex Mastery students, you know what this means. So once you see a chart pattern like so, double top on a higher time frame, it simply means that, you know, shit's about to go south. Okay, so this happened, and then I was like, all right, cool. If as long as the euro has told me weekly time frame, double top, trend reversal, drew trend line, clear break of the trend line, red bearish engulfing candle, we came in, tested the outer part of this trend line, and now the market is now pointing to the downside. So what this simply means to me is so simple and straightforward. This bad boy most likely wants to roll over to touch this base somewhere around here. Sometimes it doesn't pay to force the market, okay? I remember getting long somewhere about here, somewhere around here, and then I was in profit, negative profit, negative profit. We got somewhere, I was just fed up. I just moved my stop losses to break even. and then I eventually got stopped out for break even, and then the market decided to roll over. Now, once we started to roll over, guys, if you do an analysis, please, if you do an analysis, don't be emotionally attached to it. Always close your computer and come back a week later to see how exactly it has played out. If you see any evidence telling you otherwise, be open to new evidence. Be open to new evidence. For this new evidence that I have found that all the great monthly time frame has told me, thou art greatest monthly time frame, has showeth us its clearest of the nearest best direction by showing us this double top and breaking this trend line. Dapo Willis can now say, okay, it's time for us to start selling. Okay, so the euro was just very confused, but I'm seeing something very interesting on the euro. For those of you guys who are selling, I want you guys to keep an eye out for this. I saw something like this. Okay, I can see something like this. So something like a bit of a wedge forming, like so. So why I'm showing you guys this is just in case this market doesn't make it all the way to this support about here. Let's say we come in here, be very, very watchful about this bad boy, this rising wedge about here. Okay, be very, very careful about this about here. But once we come in here, if we can clear this, I hope this doesn't hold because I'm actually short inside of here. And I would like to, obviously, you guys know, once we get to the 100% retracement, which is here, I have taken out 50% of my profits. And I've moved stop losses to break even. So I really want this to roll over. I really hope this guy doesn't pose that much of a threat. I hope we come into here. But guys, another thing that I always like to do when I'm trading is I don't like to ignore signs, because this is the problem. A lot of traders ignore signs like this because they take this off because they want this market. I know I want it to come here as well. I don't want it to get to this guy here and turn around. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. But that doesn't change the fact that this guy is here. And that doesn't change the fact that this guy can come in here and send this market back to the upside, turning my profit into a loss. I don't want that. So I would make sure that I have everything clear. It's called, anytime I get into a trade, I have a journal. I write out the reasons why I feel, wow, guys, we have 42 people on YouTube. This is a freaking record. Yes, the YouTube channel is growing. We've got 42 people. Good to have you guys. I'm proud. I'm proud to be here with you guys, man. And we have 96 people on Zoom. So it's a full house, guys. It's a freaking full house. Fantastic. Guys, before I carry on with this, I want to share something with you guys. I'm going to have 2 webinars. This one, I'm talking about Forex. The next one, I'm going to be talking about e-commerce. I want you guys to come out for both. Guys, Forex is not the only way to make money on the internet. I know you can make money from Forex, but I want you guys, I'm here to share as much information as I can, okay? I have conquered the Forex market, so we have decided to diversify. I'm a guy who likes to try things. I've tried a lot of businesses. Thank goodness Forex worked out for me. I don't know what have happened, become of my life. I tried a lot of different things, and I've learned a lot of things over the years, from trial and error. All the things I teach you guys on the Forex chart now and here are things that I learned from losing money, okay? How do I know that I should always make sure that I don't rule out anything like this guy? It's because I ruled it out before and he ate my money, okay? So I'm the kind of guy, I will put my money where my mouth is. I learn a lot of stuff and I like to teach and I like to share. So if you see any of my webinars on YouTube, on Facebook, if you see the links, ensure to sign up, ensure to come for it, because I will be firing down with a lot of value. And as long as you follow me, I always want you guys to have an open mind. Okay, so got 42 people on YouTube. That's absolutely fantastic. Good to have you guys here. Anyway, so this is pretty much the euro. Let me get rid of this guy. Seeing this line here is absolutely hurting my tummy. It's annoying me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to just draw a streak and delete this big one. That's better. Delete this. That is better. Looks nice. Good. So I've highlighted, I used this to highlight that our little string that was running across. So I know, you know why I put this here? Just in case this market comes here and starts acting like, you know the market, when the market wants to start, it starts going up, coming, goes down, and you check your MT4 profit, and then the profit has, and then once I start to see that kind of behavior around here, I'll just start moving my stop losses and locking in more profit. Why this level might want to hold for the triangle to form. If that doesn't happen here, all well and good, we're going to come all the way down here. So guys, I want you guys to understand, like, this is, it's logic, systematic approach to this, okay? Is there any other trade any other pair I want to share with you guys? Let me see. Gold. I'm not really liking gold. All right, gold. This is pretty much what's happening on gold. I'm not going to waste my time analyzing gold because I keep analyzing gold over and over. And yeah, so this is what I feel is going to happen with gold. So just keep an eye out for gold. Although gold might be having a trend line coming from the bottom right about here. Yeah. Actually haven't gone there yet. Okay, so just watch out for this bad boy. So personally, I feel like gold. Why do I feel like this? Let's go to the monthly time frame so we can see. Okay. On the monthly time frame, what I can see, if I just zoom out, simple and straightforward. If I delete everything here, monthly time frame is telling me, guy, double top. That's what monthly time frame is telling me. So anytime you hear me come and predict 5,000 pips into the future, it's basic concepts I'm using. Okay, well, not so basic, but you get the point. Just by looking at this, gold tested this level with pullback, is struggling here. If I look left, what does this mean? This looks like a double top to me. Forex mastery students, if chart patterns like double tops and double bottoms form on higher time frames like monthly time frames, best believe it is most likely going to hold. So just by looking at gold might be in for a serious reversal as long as we sustain below this level. Now, if we start to see gold sell off all the way to the downside and I start to see some push down here, I can now comfortably come and say gold is about to reverse for what? 4,000 pips, 5,000 pips. How I do this analysis, it's not rocket science. I just use the most basic market principles. I don't cloud my charts with indicators, testing. No. There's a systematic approach to trading. We start from the higher time frames, zoom out, open it up, see what's happening. Guys, I even zoom out to my date of birth. I even zoom out to my freaking date of birth to see what's up. I wasn't born in 1975. Don't worry, I'm not that old. I even zoom out to my date of birth. What was happening? What exactly was trading the day I was born? Because I want to see. And just by looking at gold, like, let me delete everything. Like, just look at this. It's bullish. And then we've come here and then we're stuck. This guy is stuck here. It's stuck here. Freaking stuck here. It's stuck. It's slapping his head. He wants to go stop. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what happens here. And so far, so good. It's been holding. If this level can hold and keep slapping it down, and then we just come down a little lower, we don't change with that. Fire to the downside. Or if this guy can consolidate and break above here, we might start to see some further upside. But for now, the reason why like I said to you guys, I'm not really interested in analyzing gold is because we're at a major level where this is pretty much an indecision zone. Anytime we're at an indecision zone, this is when you start to see sideways movement. You see, between August of 2020 and now, this market has been moving sideways, okay? Within here, a lot of traders have lost a lot of money. I traded once or twice, made some money, break even, and I stayed out of it. Why and how did I stay out of this? Because I know once we get to a major level like this, the market is trying to make up its mind. Think about it. Gold, like this level, cost this reversal in 2011. We have come back to test it again 10 years after. It needs to respect its elders. And once it comes to respect its elders, it needs to decide, what am I going to do? Do I want to break and be greater than my elders, or do I want to succumb and come lower? Okay? Do I want to succumb and come lower? So this is pretty much what's happening to gold at the moment. There are two trades I have playing out at the moment, AUD USD and Euro dollar. I'm currently short at the moment. Tuesday my technical breakdown on Tuesday, I'll be looking for more trading opportunities to share with you guys. But a lot of the Forex Mastery students are already short with me, and I'm very, very happy about that. So what I'm going to do is, this segment is where I'm going to take some questions, because it seems like some people are already dropping off the call. It might be due to Michael Bugatti. Michael is one of my favorite students. He has attended every single thing that I have spoken about. Michael, Euro JPY looks like he wants to bounce off of this level. This is the trend line. Michael, you already know, just look left. This is most likely looking like the next level target for this bad boy. Weekly time frame, yes. So we're pinching on this. All you need to do is come to daily, look for a base, look for a decent base to form somewhere around here. The trade is not ripe at the moment though, because the euro is tanking at the moment. So look for sideways movement, and then use one of the entry strategies, and then all the way to the upside. Now, USD JPY, finally, for the first time in a long time, USD JPY looks like it wants to break out of this nasty range. Now, don't forget, guys, I'm anticipating this on a monthly time frame. So between here to here is a lot of pips. So there's a breakout that's about to happen on a monthly time frame. What am I going to do this? The breakout happens on a monthly time frame, meaning that when the breakout happens, we're most likely going to rally 4,000 pips. So I know that USD JPY has the possibility of rallying 4,000 pips. I'm like, wow. USD JPY might want to rally 4,000 pips. Oh, that's a potential 4,000 pips. Now, anytime I'm trading any JPY related pair, I know that JPY might be headed. So this is why I can say for almost certain that Euro JPY might want to come and test this level at the top here, because USD JPY is about to experience a breakout to the upside. So this is the benefit. I hope I didn't confuse you guys or make it complex. The Forex Mastery students course will help simplify all this to you guys. But that's pretty much it. So let me quickly go for some questions. Let's 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 go for some questions, okay? Somebody says, okay, entries. All right, fine. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Definitely. I'm going to update the Forex Mastery course with a sniper entry module, okay? Whereby I'm going to be talking about how to get those sniper entries, okay? I'll use my the last two trades that I just entered to obviously teach you guys about that. So Forex Mastery students, watch out for that. So let's see, do we have some questions? Some people want about the Forex Mastery course. Just ask about it in the Telegram group. Joseph is going to be there to help you out. Joseph is going to be there to help you out. Let me see if I can get the Telegram group right about now. Give me a second. Let me share the link to the Telegram group. Hold on a second. I just want if you want to come over. Yeah, Telegram link has been dropped on both Zoom and it's coming live to YouTube as well, brothers. So let's go. Let's go. Forex Mastery, guys, don't worry. Forex Mastery course is not running. It's there. Just ask Joseph. He's going to give you the link. It's $99. So freaking cheap. This is lovely. What if after all this analysis, the trade goes against me? What can I do at that moment? If you do all this analysis and the trade goes against you, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to leave the market alone and come back to trade. You leave to trade another day. But you know, first of all, you tried your very best and the market just was not cooperating. That's it. It seems like we have network issues in Nigeria because a significant amount of people have dropped off the call. So that's what I have to say about that, okay? What's your advice on Euro and JPY? I'm long already. I think you're long a bit too early because the market might want to move sideways a little bit before it starts to head higher. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you got in a little bit too. Can you show us quickly how you spot your levels? We missed the webinar on that. I'm not going to. I speak. That is proprietary information because it's on the Forex Mastery course. So you're going to have to find out on the. So I can't find the module for trader psychology and trade journaling or the course. Trader psychology, let me tell you what happened. I recorded the module for trader psychology. And then when I played the video back, I was like, the sound quality was horrible. Because of the amount of time and energy I invested in recording the module, I was just so discouraged to recording it. But I'm going to write this down now. I'm going to update the course with 2 modules, sniper entry and trader psychology. So I'm going to do that. Yes, weather is affecting the Nigerian network. I'm so sorry. I just noticed there was a huge drop off. There was a huge drop off. I'm really sorry about that. How much is the Forex Mastery course? Is $99. So let's say, sir, do you really have the urge to enter 2 positions of different pairs when you're? So what it is at every given time, I only ever have 2 trades open. Any given time, because this is a personal rule. I can only expose myself I can only have 6% exposure at any given time because this helps me control. Guys, this at the end of the day, it's not about controlling capital. We're talking about capital control. If you lose control of your capital, if you fry your account, let's say down negative 40%, it is almost impossible to bring it back. Why? Not because of the fact that you can't, but your emotions start working against you. So I never like to allow myself get into that position. Of course, I don't really have that many losses. I hardly lose trades, but I'm just saying all these things I've put in place, I call them circuit breakers. They help me. I had to think because, guy, I've been cracking my brain over the years. You know, anytime I got into a losing trade, anytime I blew an account, I always wrote something down. Like, I tried to think, what was the reason I really blew this account? I had my journal. Like, the journal is old, but scattered and all that, as in back in the day anyways. And then after some time, I sat down, and for every reason I blew an account, I had to think and write about a solution. So everything you guys hear me say now is I've blown an account. Anything I tell you guys don't do is because I've blown an account because of that thing. So I'm telling you, don't do this. Instead, do this because don't do me strong team. When you update the sniper with those already, yes, anytime I update the course, if you've already gotten the course, it's lifetime access. You're going to obviously have access to the course. Maybe we might start charging a monthly fee, maybe like $1 or $5 a month. I don't know. I'm joking. No monthly. This is not IML. This is not IML. No Nigerian network is nice. I'm very sorry about that, guys. Do I open more? I only have 2. Dapo Willis, how long did it take you to be a profitable trader from when you started? It took me 3 years. 3 years, guys. It was horror story. If like I can talk for hours about that story. Horror. A real life horror story. Okay, a real life horror story. But with the Forex Mastery Program, my aim was to kind of like condense your learning curve from 3 years to 6 weeks. So that's the plan for the course, to at least condense it to as little as possible. Okay, thanks a lot. I'm new in the industry, found the session very informative. Gracias, gracias. Let me just quickly say shout out to a couple of people. I can see Virginia is on the call, Une, Isaac, Toby, Adebayo, Tofumi, shout out to you. Talent, Susan, Soji, Afonton, Pamela, Osage, Eribo, Omuya, Samuel, Olubenga, Jai, Olubenga, Olushayi, Oladele, Nigerians everywhere. Hey, area. Nigerians everywhere. My brothers, I love you guys very much, man. I come on here every single time to try and impact you guys as much as possible. Luda FX says, Tapowoli, so it's an assurance that after the mastery program, I'll never lose again if I follow all the instructions. Come on, Luda FX. Guys, Forex students, you guys are funny. I understand what you're going through, Luda FX. And you want that one thing that would absolutely transform your trading. The Forex Mastery is the last bus stop. As long as you listen and follow through with everything that I'm saying on the program, you can kiss your losing trades goodbye. Okay? Just listen to everything we have to say. Any information about the prop firm boss? Michael, we're still working on. So Forex Mastery students, you guys, Tanzania, shout out to you guys in Tanzania. South Africa, my South Africans, oh my goodness, my niggas from Joburg, Cape Town, everywhere, man, Pretoria, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys. Bro, South African women, God, oh, shit, shout out to you guys from South Africa. I love you guys very much. In regards to, can you show us the next period how to use Fibonacci? I want to learn how to use Fibonacci. It's on the Forex Mastery course, how I use Fibonacci. Fibonacci has different levels. You're not supposed to, there are only 2 levels I use for my Fibonacci, and I discuss it on like the most reliable levels to use. Shout out to you. Please talk about GBP USD. And GBP USD is selling. Just GBP USD is doing the same thing Euro is doing. It's trying to come down into support. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully this week we have some dollar strength that will push it, and dollar good news that will push it to the downside. So yeah, any questions? Do we have any questions? Any question? Nigerian network. I'm so sorry, guys. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Top-down analysis doesn't mean that you have to leave the trades running for months. Top-down analysis means that, first of all, you can see the big picture, the entire move. You can get into the trade. Whenever it is you want to come out of the trade, you can come out of the trade. I like to leave my trades because it means that I can close my laptop and allow the market work for me and go and do other things. Some people don't like that. They like to always be in front of the screens. 100% of them always lose money at the end of the day because you're not supposed to do that. But if you want to keep looking at the charts, you're free. Top-down analysis will show you the flow, the direction, get into the market. If you after 200 pips, you want to come out, fine. If after 500, if after 30 pips, you want to come out, that's fine. All top-down analysis does is it shows you the bigger picture, at least 1,000 pips in advance. Guys, if I can set a trade and then the trade has the potential of going 1,000 pips without me having to do anything, I'm going to do that. I'm going to close my computer and go and do other things and allow, guys, Forex market is an investment vehicle. It is here to work for you, not you every day working for it. And a lot of people are so fixated on the 9-to-5 mentality. I want Forex to replace my job. Get some money, put it in the market, look for a nice trade, click the buy or sell, close the laptop, and go and do other things. Okay? Forex is not a 9-to-5 thing. Be blessed, brother. You're one of them. Shout out to you, man. E-commerce webinar is coming up next week, Sunday. Same time, same place. Okay, same time, same place. Are pivot points reliable? I tried to use pivot points in my back in the day. Anything that the computer has to calculate for me based on historical price, I don't really feel comfortable about it. I don't like that. I like to do it myself. I like to see. So pivot points didn't really help me out. I haven't used them in many years. I don't think they're great. I don't really see any. Yes, the market can respect. Don't get me wrong. See, the market respects a lot of things. But the thing is finding which ones are the most reliable and sticking to them. Kajiso says, answer me, Dapo. Nigga, why are you being aggressive? If I don't answer you, what are you going to do to me? I don't like aggressive people. What is your question, Kajiso? You sound like you're from Southern Africa, from South Africa. Kajiso, tell me. Tell me, what are you asking me? Let me answer your question. Answer me, Dapo. Let me answer it. Okay. No, I don't trade fundamentals. Can you comment on the latest NFP? NFP is, I used to trade NFP at one point in my trading career, but NFP never made me any money. Why? Because just before NFP comes out, the spread becomes wide. I used to have this strategy whereby I'll put buy and sell orders, because just before NFP comes out, the market is very thin. I'll go on 1 minute time frame. The market is very thin. So I'll put an order here and an order here. So if the result is good, it will spike up, take my buy and rally 100 pips. So I thought, until I started to actualize it. And then I realized that brokers widen the spread, and then the market, sometimes the market can trigger you for buy and sell at the same time and just blow your entire account. So yeah, NFP doesn't work. NFP is just NFP. I don't pay attention to fundamentals. Kajiso, before Kajiso slaps me, do you trade fundamentals? Answer me, Dapo. No, I don't trade fundamentals, sir. Sir, I don't trade fundamentals. What can you say about USD CAD? USD CAD seems to be on a reversal. I looked at it yesterday when I was preparing for this webinar. I can see a massive double bottom and I can see a bullish engulfing. I think it's a weekly candle. So yeah, we might get to see some bullish Momo for a bit. Sir, please answer now. Oh my God, Emmanuel Simeon Leonardo. So your name is very long. Sir, so how do we access the e-commerce course? Elijah, just talk to Joseph. He's on the group. Talk to Joseph. He's on the group. He'll help you. Any course you want, Joseph has them from Willis University. He's got Joseph is the plug. He'll give you all the shit you need. So just like how the euro is selling, does it mean that every other part attached to the USD will be selling? Doesn't always. That isn't always the case, because I've seen situations whereby the euro US is falling and GBP US is going to the upside. That's hence why euro GBP might be bullish. So it doesn't always work out that way. I don't really believe in correlations. I like to analyze every single pair based on its levels, based on its trend, and based on what it stands for. What time frame can you give perfect analysis of if the market is in the downtrend or an uptrend? Guy, I just showed you the top-down analysis. There isn't just one time frame. You have to work your way from the top. You have to work your way down from the top. Okay, top-down analysis. Although for me to execute, okay, so I'm getting one last question. Broker recommendations. For those of you guys in Nigeria, My favorite broker is Infinox Capital, because they've been absolutely fantastic to me. And once you're a Forex Mastery student, they give you preferential treatment. Okay, they give you preferential treatment. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the link to Infinox Capital right about here. If you're in Nigeria, and Infinox Capital, you can deposit locally from your local, from GTB, you can wire it to their local bank account and they will help you convert it to US dollars and fund your trading account. So this is the link to create your Infinox trading account. So for those of you guys who are in Nigeria, you want the best broker, this is the broker I use. So how would they know that we are Forex Mastery students? Because if you use this link, this is the link for all Forex Mastery students right about there. As you can see, it has a unique registration code 6536 for all the students. So they will know you're from the Forex Mastery course, or they will know, you don't necessarily need to be a Mastery student. They will know you came from Dapo Willis and they'll give you the same preferential treatment as well. Now, if you're in South Africa, when I'm overseas, for instance, when I'm in the UK and I want to, well, give me a sec. And I want to, when I'm overseas, I use FX Primer. So both these brokers are, so if you're in South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, anywhere else apart from Nigeria, FX Primers is the way to go. They're absolutely fantastic. I actually used FX Primers for many years. The reason I started using Infinox was because of the fact that Nigerian cards have a restriction on funding. So we had to look for a local broker, and Infinox, fantastic. They literally sat down with the CEO and he ensured. Please, Mr. Dapo, is it possible to link Infinox account back to this link? Yes, you can. So, Mr. Shegun, what you're going to need to do is come on the Telegram group, message Joseph and tell him you want to link your Infinox Capital to, so that it is under the Mastery Students thingy at Infinox Capital. They'll help you do it. They'll tell you what to do. Okay, so some people in the YouTube thingy, they want the group, they want the links to the brokers as well. So this is for FX Primers right here. FX Primers, if you're anywhere you are in the world, FX Primers is the broker that I recommend. But if you're in Nigeria, I recommend Infinox Capital, because Infinox allows you to deposit with your local currency. Give me a sec, guys. So I posted both links, FX Primers, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Namibia, Ghana. The rest, FX Primers, fantastic. They will know you're a student of ours. Nigerians, Infinox Capital is the way to go. Mike, for the prop fund, we're still working, still talking with them. We want to arrange up to $25,000 for our students to trade with. So we're still working on that. So please answer me. Sentimental analysis and fundamental analysis are jargons. They don't work. I hope that answers that question. The market is 99% technical. So let's see. Let's see. Any more questions? So guys, I'm going to go ahead and paste the link to the Telegram. I've pasted as many links as I can here. I've posted as many links as I can. Hope I've been able to answer all your questions today. Thank you for this. You're welcome, guys. So yes, the Telegram link is here. Let me just post it one more time. If you want to speak to us, this is the best way to catch us. Next week, I'm going to be having another webinar where I talk about e-commerce. Can you teach how the commercial banks trade? This is exactly how the commercial banks trade, investment banks. That's the Telegram link right there. All right, guys, so I'm going to have to leave you guys now. Thank you guys for coming. I'm actually getting a bit exhausted. Dapo, what's the update about the trading funds you talked about? So we're speaking with a company that's going to provide the funding, okay? So that's exactly what we're working on. I need to make sure that the terms and conditions are favorable for the students. I'm not moved by, the company is offering us a lot of money to provide to the students. That's fine. But I'm not the type of person to be moved by big figures. I need to see the paperwork. I need to make sure everything is sorted out. This is why before I recommend a broker like Infinox, we sat down, we did a lot of paperwork. They had to guarantee my students, their funds are going to be secure and safe. The best, lowest spreads possible, best service, same thing with FX. I like paperwork. I need to ensure, because this is my reputation. I'm coming on here every single day to preach about, and recommend certain companies. I need to ensure that everything is fine. So before I can tell you guys, and recommend the company and tell you we've partnered together and provide you guys a service, I need to be able to vouch and guarantee that they are giving you guys the best deal. What platform is suggested, ECN or STP? So for Infinox Capital, MT4 STP. So once you create your Infinox account, MT4 STP is the best way to go. MT4 STP, for FX Primus, you can use, I don't think FX Primus has STP accounts. ECN is okay for, so Infinox STP, MT4 STP is fine. MT4 STP, MT4 STP, MT4 STP. Every other leverage, best leverage is 1 to 500. Okay, and that's the link there. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys. Right about now, I think I'm done talking to you guys. I love you guys very much. Watch out for my Facebook page. I'm going to be having another webinar. What broker do you recommend for Americans? I'm still talking to a broker in America. We haven't really. So there's a broker I'm speaking with at the moment, but the conditions are still not. I'm still not happy with them in terms of the spread that they're going to offer to you guys. So I need to make sure first that they're able to meet some of our conditions, because for me, spread is very important, and fund safety. We're kind of like in the middle of talks. I need to see their bank balance to ensure that they can guarantee fund safety. So once I can do that, Mr. Peter, I don't know if you're on the Forex Mastery course or the Telegram group. If you are, it will be announced on both platforms and I'll come on here. But for now, I don't have for Americans. But Mr. Peter, if you are Nigerian, I suggest you open with your Nigerian bank account, Infinox. I'm not supposed to be saying on the IRS catches me, they'll flog my ass. I use Wanda and I really like them. And Barbara, if you like Wanda, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, maybe I should speak to Wanda. Maybe actually I should speak to Wanda about that, to be honest. Okay, so guys, I think I'm gonna say goodbye. Breaks my heart to say goodbye to you guys. Too late to apologize. It's too late, but I gotta go. I gotta go. Love you guys. God bless you guys. I pray more peeps. I prophesy more peeps into your life this week. Take it in Jesus' name. Bam. That's my time. Dapo Willis is